Hello YouTube and welcome to another Murphy's Law. I know my videos aren't usually released this close together, but I wanted to knock out this PS4 review video before the YouTubes gets flooded with them. I've been playing with the thing for the last day or so, and it's a fantastic piece of hardware. I'm so impressed with it. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and then I'm going to show you some videos of some of the advanced features that I didn't cover in my unboxing and tour video. And you see I'm on my couch instead of my normally filming location, simply because that's in front of my TV. Again, we'll be using my phone to record the video, so it won't be as good. But it is. I just want to show you some of these features and how impressed I am with it. First off, mine worked flawlessly. I've heard problems of people's freezing or bricking up, but I'm attributing those problems to stupidness. I've heard plenty of stories of people unplugging the power during an update. Fucking retarded. I don't even understand why you would anything you'd want to do that for. I don't get it. It's not necessary. The update took 10 seconds. You're ridiculous for trying to do something stupid like that. So stop being stupid. The only really negative thing that anybody could say about its design is that it wobbles. I don't know why it's uneven. If they didn't use a level when manufacturing the parts, if the feet are missing or what, but it wobbles. But it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be touching the top of your system anyway. Besides that, everything is great. The controller. Let me talk about the controller for a little bit. Mine is on. You can probably hear the ambient noise in the background. And this is much better lighting than I had during my tour video. But this controller is amazing. So just a quick walkthrough. You've got the beveled tops analog sticks, the face buttons, the D-pad. The touchscreen is here, which also has a click. I haven't played a game that uses clicking it in yet, but it's there. Then you've got the triggers. And these triggers feel great. In Call of Duty, I noticed that when you, in the PlayStation 3 version, L1 and R1 are aim and fire respectively. In the PlayStation 4 version, L2 and R2 are fire and aim. So there's a small difference there, but it's because they're curved and they're more pressure sensitive that it makes the most sense for. The glowing light, I've read, I don't have a second controller to test this out, but I've read that when multiple players are hooked up, that it changes colors per player, so you know which one is player 1. Again, not sure about that, but that's what I've read. Let's see, I've got my DualShock. So, comparatively to the DualShock 3, the controller weighs more, which is good. It's not a bad thing. It feels heavier and more solid in your hands. I don't know if you can really tell, but the grips on this are bigger, so it feels more comfortable. There's more to hold on to. It's more solid and stable. It is by far the best controller I've ever used, ever. And I'm not, you know, some people may classify me as like a Sony fanboy. Like I love the PlayStation 3, I love the PlayStation 4. Had a 360 for a long time. And until this controller, a 360 controller was tops. I will give that to Microsoft. Microsoft made a great controller, minus how shitty the D-pad was on the 360 controller, because it was shitty. But other than that, the controller felt great. For first-person shooters, it was just so much better. This is the same thing that they've been using since PlayStation 1 with an extra button, the PlayStation Home button. So it's pointless. This is an actual upgrade. It looks the same, but it feels so much better, and it works so much better, and everything is more responsive on it. I just absolutely love the controller. Cannot talk enough about the controller. That being said, another thing to mention is there is no start and select buttons. I think we're seeing the end of these things. You have options and you have share. I'll be going over the share button a little bit later. The options acts as a pause button. It'll usually stop the game if you're playing a single-player game. So that's kind of cool. It's different and it's a little weird getting used to, but there is no more start and stop buttons. Very interesting, if you ask me. So get those out of the way. So now I've talked about the controller a little bit. Let me talk about some of the functions and features of the PlayStation 4 that I'm very impressed with. And then I'll get a little bit more in-depth into them. So the downloading is so much better now. You can have multiple downloads going at the same time. You have the ability to install even if the download is not finished. And you have the ability to play while downloading. A really good example of this is Call of Duty Ghosts. So as I said in my other video, I used the PS3, the voucher in the PS3 to get the digital version of 4 for the digital version for PS4 So when I went to go do the initial download, it asked me if I wanted to do single player or multiplayer first, and then it started downloading that partition of the file first, which means that had PSN not been screwing up a little bit from everybody connecting at once, that I would have been able to jump into multiplayer while the single player still downloaded. So that's very, very impressive to me. I'm not sure if this function will work the same on the Xbox One. I don't plan on getting an Xbox One, so I can't really comment on or do a review on this. Is just my impressions of the PlayStation 4 and its features. Another feature that I really like is the suspend feature. So this allows you to use any other non-game application while a game is still running in the background. So if you're like me and you have somebody who lives in your house, my wife, who is a non-gamer, who may use the PlayStation for one of its streaming services like Netflix, this is a perfect thing to use. So if I'm playing Killzone single player, I'm not anywhere near a checkpoint, I'm not anywhere near a save file. She comes home, she's like, hey, I had a long day at work, can we watch a movie? I say, sure. I hit the PlayStation home button, it takes the game, puts the game in the background, lets me navigate the menu. I then go to Netflix, I start it up, it says, this game, or we will need to suspend this application to start Netflix. You say yes, you watch your movie, you back out, you go back into the game, and it picks you up right where you left off. It is a fantastic feature and allows the console to be split between two of its functions, which I thoroughly enjoy. The rest of the features I really just want to show you guys. We'll talk about the share feature, and I'll show you the graphics the best I can using my phone camera. So without further ado, I will switch to that footage and I will show you some Killzone, because that's the game I have in the system right now. Okay guys, so I've started up Killzone. I'm in the middle of the campaign. Well, not the middle of it, I'm actually right at the beginning of it. We'll get into that here. This is going to be very hard for me to control it and hold the camera at the same time, so forgive any shakiness, any focusing issues, as the camera only autofocuses and can't manually do anything. Loading overall is pretty quick as far as games are concerned, considering the amount of data it has to load up. The only thing that concerns me is the giant 45 gig install. It installed fairly quickly, so that's not the problem. It's just the fact that it ships with a 500 gig hard drive, so it seems at one point or another you're going to be upgrading the hard drive whether you want to or not, or constantly deleting and reinstalling things to go back to your old games if you do that. So here we are. There shouldn't be any spoiler. This is just getting into the game. Now I don't know if you guys can tell from my phone, because I don't think my phone is high def, but the amount of detail, let me get as close as I can to this thing. The amount of detail in this game is ridiculous. And if this is just what the PS4 has to offer at launch, imagine what happens when people start pushing this thing to its maximum. There was a scene earlier in the game that was raining. It was raining, and it was just amazing. The rain effects, like, I know people are saying that there's not a huge leap in graphics, and that's technically true. The resolution is as high as it's getting, but the smooth textures, the amount of detail, the amount of things they can put into the game, taking full advantage of the Blu-ray disc media and the capabilities of the system is just, it's amazing. So I'm going to swipe up on my little pad to put this owl into attack mode, and then we will aim it at this guy here and send him after him. Go get him, Al! Oh, and then we can, oops. The owl comes back, and then we will swipe right to put him into zipline mode and press R. Beep. Ammunition package acquired. So, again, just, I mean, I know this is minor details, but look at, like, the detail in the background here. So this is phenomenal to me. Sorry, that's a little blinding. the amount of detail is just amazing. So next, I'm actually going to incorporate in this video the other feature that I've been talking about, the share feature. So if you press the button I showed you on the controller, the share feature, it brings up this menu. Doop, the share menu. So you have a screenshot, which is your current where you are. You have broadcast gameplay, where you can live stream via the PlayStation 4 to Twitch TV, the world's #1 most streaming service available. Other than that, it just shows you the last 15 minutes of gameplay. So if you click Upload Video Clip, it'll bring in your gameplay options that you can choose from, how big they are. So this video is a video that I made yesterday. It's a 21-second clip when I was testing out the feature, but I'll show you how to do it straight from the get-go. So you click it. I'm going to choose Edit. And then this is what I was talking about with the Netflix. So, sorry, adjusting the camera there. The following application will be suspended. So all it does is put to sleep the application, saving your spot, and opens up another application, in this case the editing program. It's very simple. It'll give you those same instructions every single time. Click OK. So I'm going to go all the way to the end of the video. And let's see, we will choose... Where is... So we will choose here to start. And then I'll go into preview, and that'll start playing the clip. That's when I was talking to you about the game. Then the zip line. Then I load up my gun. This is where I showed you guys the detail on the rocks in the background. So we'll pause it. We'll go up to the clip where we paused it. And here, click Trim. Trims the video clip. It pre-names it, but you can name it anything you want. So we will name this one Test. Then we'll go down here. And this is the comment that it'll post, because I'm posting to Facebook. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Usually I'm a lot quicker. And then it'll share. And that's it. That's all this do. It brings you right back into the game. So now we can go to my Facebook and see that the game has been shared. So again, the graphics, like I said, not the biggest leap between 3 and 4 like there was between 2 and 3 and even 1 and 2. But the amount of detail they're going to be able to put into the game is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait to see what the people who push it to the limit are going to do. I'm going to go ahead and stop this clip, and I'll start another one when I get situated with the next one I want to show you guys. So I just want to show you guys, this is the video uploaded to Facebook. As you can see, 24 seconds ago via PlayStation Network. You can click it, and then what I like is there's an HD option, so it's actually pretty shitty quality. Click the HD option, go full screen, and then you can see it play the video. This would be a great way for anybody to make vines out of their video game footage. This would be a great way to share an awesome maneuver you did in multiplayer, because remember it saves the last 15 minutes, so you could finish a Call of Duty match. I'm going to zoom in so we're not seeing the rest of my Facebook info. You could finish a Call of Duty match, hit the share button, upload an awesome kill you had from that match, edit it, and then be back in time for the next match. So, and then with the live streaming, you know, it'll help live streamers out. They won't need any fancy equipment. They can stream it right from the PS4. And we all know live streaming is a pretty lucrative business if you can get popular enough. So yeah, that's the share feature. The next feature I wanted to show you guys is remote play. This is another one I'm excited about because, like I said, because, like I said, the let me get my Vita here. Like I said, if you are like me and you are a gamer with a non-gamer in the house, not going to show you my password, so you can check out Ash right there. If you're like me with a non-gamer in the house, then this allows you to stream everything from the PlayStation 4 to the Vita. So we'll close that out. So if you just click the PS4 link, which would have installed with the newest Vita update, hit start. It'll give you an option of remote player second screen. Some games use the Vita as a second controller, much like the Wii U does. I know, and this is kind of a small jab, but I'm going to take it anyway, Microsoft doesn't have a handheld, so they will never have an option like this unless they release some kind of third-party connection or third-party unit. So, in a second here, it's going to show me the PlayStation 4 screen is now checking the internet and making sure that I can stream. There you go. So, as you can see, exact same thing. And I will now can back out. I can navigate down to the game, and now the game will display on my Vita. So if it is a situation where I want to continue my game, but she wants to watch Netflix, I can very easily transfer this over. Oops, I think I just turned it down all the way. Transfer it over to my Vita and play from there. Oops, sorry, finger getting in the way. So the audio does come out of the Vita. And again, this will be very hard to do. You can aim. So what it did, because the Vita only has an L1 and R1 button, essentially, is it made the back touchpad. It sections it off into 4 spaces and makes those the L2, R2, L3, and R3 buttons. It'll be a little bit harder for games like shooters, but I was playing Contrast on it the first day while we watched Dexter on the TV, and it worked perfectly. I was very, very happy with it. So yeah, that is remote play. It works for any PS4 title. It is up to the developer if they want to include anything special for the Vita, but it will just essentially stream what's on your PlayStation 4 onto your Vita. So if we hit the this button, it'll bring me back to the home menu. If you hit the live screen area, it'll disconnect the Vita and allow you to continue to use the Vita as a Vita. Shut that off and gives control back to the player, which you'll then have to turn your controller back on. Boop. And then it asks you who you want to be, and you can log in. So we will now, that's pretty much, can't really think of anything else I want to show you guys. So yeah, those are pretty much the features I wanted to show you guys. I'm really, really impressed with it. I'm really, really enjoying it, how fast everything goes, how beautiful the game looks. I'm sure the other games look great too. I just have not had a chance to try them out. How awesome remote play works. I'm very, very happy with that. The share feature is something I didn't think I'd use, but I see myself getting a lot of use out of it in the future. My first impressions after playing for an entire day, and then most of today too, it's 3:20 now as I film this video, 3:20 p.m. on the Pacific time. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm very happy I bought it day one. I know everyone has been posting like memes and stuff, excuse me, my nose is itchy, memes and stuff about how glitchy first day consoles are and everything like that, but I've had literally no problems with this system, unless you count the PSN issue, but again, that's on Sony's side, not the PlayStation 4 side, just because of the traffic. And hey, Grand Theft Auto Online had these issues, and that launched a month after the actual game launched. Most people didn't complain, so if I just can't see what my friends are streaming in the What's New section for a couple of days, I'm okay with that. I'm very happy having it. I'm very, very impressed, and I recommend this system to anyone who wants to get into next-gen gaming. The Wii U is not on par with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. And then being unbiased as I can, it's really going to come down to the games you want to play. I can't recommend this system over the Xbox if you're more interested in Titanfall and Rise than you are Uncharted 4 and Killzone. You know what I mean? The power-wise, the only difference is the type of RAM, really. They're both using equal power processors. Of course, Sony is the inventors of the Blu-ray technology, so I don't know if that gives them an edge up or whatnot, but as far as I can see, because of the removal of all the things that made the Xbox One horrible, it's really going to come down to the games. If you want to play Titanfall, Rise, and Dead Rising 3, then you're going to want an Xbox. If you want to play the God of War series, anything from Naughty Dog, Uncharted series, Killzone series, then you're looking at the PlayStation 4. I'm going to be sticking with the PlayStation 4. I don't see myself buying an Xbox One unless some kind of super awesome game is announced. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the unboxing if you haven't seen it, if you want to look at what the initial startup kind of looks like. And that's all I really have to say. As always, fight evil, play video games.